top 50 healthiest food video for you today. Kristen, do you know what the food of the day is?
Tofu.
It's tofu! Tofu is so good for you. And being a vegetarian, I eat a lot of it in many different forms. So I usually buy the extra firm tofu when I'm using it to replace meat. So what I've done already, I've used this one. This one comes in a little twin pack, which is cool because if you don't want to use a whole block of tofu,
show the package.
Right there. You can just cut that in half and just use half a pound of tofu. I think it's a pound. Oh, 7 ounces.
This one's different.
It's a different brand, this one, but they're both about the same. They're both extra firm. Well, you might ask yourself, what's so great about tofu, Janet? Well, tofu is a great source of protein. It's made from soybeans. It helps lower your cholesterol. It helps women get through menopause because what the stuff in there does is even out your estrogen levels. So when your estrogen is going, I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you, tofu is saying, let's just be friends. Alright, so it balances the estrogen levels. Some of it comes calcium enriched, so that's also good for older women because they've got osteoporosis issues. So that's going to help out with that as well. It's a good source of iron and omega-3s. And it's an anti-inflammatory like a lot of the top 50 foods. And it's very easy to cook with because whatever you decide to flavor it with, it takes on the flavor of that. So let's begin. Alright guys, so the first thing that you want to do to make sweet and sour tofu, because that's the recipe of the day, I didn't mention it before, is open up your tofu and drain all the water out. I'm not going to open this one because I've already started preparing the tofu for today's recipe, and that's in the toaster oven over here. In a, well, let me tell you what to do to the tofu first. You take it out, you press it between a lot of paper towels, or you could put paper towels around it and put a dish towel underneath to catch all the water, because that's probably the best way to get the most water out of it, other than going to the store and buying a specialty press for tofu to squeeze all the extra water out. You want to get it as dry as possible because the water is only going to dilute the flavoring that you put in it, so you want to get as much of the water out as possible. Now today we're having the sweet and sour one, like I said, so I'm using this sweet and sour stir-fry sauce, which is also a marinade, and I've used about 1/3 to 1/2 of the jar here. I sliced the tofu after I pressed it, and I put it in the pan over here, and it's been in the oven covered in the sauce at 350 for about an hour. It's got 3 more minutes and then it's gonna be done. So that's flavoring the tofu. That's going to be the meat replacer for the dish. Over here I've got some carrots that I've chopped up, some ginger that I've chopped up, like 1 little finger of it, and peeled it first, about 3 large cloves of garlic, and 1 large onion. And in the cans over here I've got baby corn, because if you eat Chinese food you gotta have baby corn. I got some bamboo shoots, and I've got some water chestnuts. The vegetables, pretty much up to you. You could put anything you want with this. I mean, you could get the scallion onions instead of the big onion. You can put in some green peppers if you like green peppers. You can put in, even string beans would be really good with this, I think. Your mind is limitless, so just put in what you like and it should be fantastic. I'm going to be serving this on a bed of rice. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a couple tablespoons of oil in the pan and start sauteing the onion and the carrots. Next, the ginger and the garlic go in. You only want to cook it a few minutes after that because you don't want the garlic to be overdone because it's going to taste bitter. Then add your baked tofu, get that hot, and then finish it off with the 3 cans of Chinese vegetables. Alright, there's the finished product. I finished it off by adding about 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce and the rest of the jar of the stir-fry sauce. Alright, so Mark is here to tasty taste it.
Chunks of stuff.
It's tofu, by the way.
Oh, great.
You're gonna love it.
big pieces
You're gonna love it.
of corn.
It's gonna give you boobs. Just kidding. There's not that much tofu in
Is that
it.
a real, like, corn?
Yes, it's a real corn. No, it's a fake
The
corn.
shape's funny. Corn isn't shaped like that.
It's not like a real baby corn, I don't think.
Well, then it's not.
Well,
I asked you and you said
I think it's not like they made big corn and they picked it small. I think it's a different, you know what I mean? But it's still corn. Really?
That is tasty.
Well, that's great. Mark says it's tasty. And as the head tasty taster here, I'll take that to the bank. Right? Till next time.
Much love.